In my last Blender video, I modeled the Gibson Double Necker. It's a Jimmy Page guitar, essentially. And had a lot of fun with that. It was quite the challenge. And just before I get off this modeling guitar kick, I figured I'd try one more. And I'm going to try to do the Fender Esquire Telecaster, Bruce Springsteen style of guitar, because Bruce Springsteen was huge for me as an influence, as a sort of as a songwriter. Not that I consider myself much of a songwriter, but you know, he was just great. And of course, everyone associates him with the Telecaster, whichever one he happens to be using, and however it's modified. And I don't know all the details, but I searched around for some images of the Esquire similar to the kind that he would play. Not necessarily the same, you know, color or the same texture of wood, but just a good front-on view of that. And this is what I'm going to use. I realize that I don't know much about the back of these guitars. I mean, we always see the front, so I'm not certain how I'm going to handle the back of the guitar or the back of the neck. But I'm going to worry about the front first of all, because that's going to be the majority of my work. So I'm in Blender 2.76 in Cycles Render. I'm in the front ortho view with my screencast keys on. And I'm going to do what I can to model this. And like I always say, I haven't been using Blender for all that long, and I'm going to struggle away. But if you're into watching somebody do that, then come on along for the journey. It's going to take a little while. The other thing I should say is, as you may know from my other videos, I do have a daughter now, and she's almost 4 months. And my wife and I sort of take turns, you know, do shifts with her so that we can give each other time to sleep. Instead of sleeping, I end up modeling. But, you know, she's going through some life changes, and she's a bit more vocal about her unhappiness. And so you may hear her crying. Please don't think that I'm ignoring her, because my wife is with her. And, you know, if I'm needed, then I'll certainly step in. Okay, so hopefully it won't be too distracting or frustrating, and it won't upset you if you do hear a crying baby and it seems like nobody's doing anything. We certainly are. And if I have to, I'll stop modeling and I'll take care of her, because she's the priority. But very, very shortly after her comes the Fender Esquire Telecaster. So I'm gonna do what I can to use curves. I'm not that good at using curves, but they're pretty cool. So I'm gonna muck my way through this. All right, so here we go. Shift A, curve, path, rotate Y in the 90, and pull this down. Okay, good enough. Okay, so I am just going to go to it here and start pulling some points around, trying to look like I know what I am doing. And then stuff like that will happen. Okay. I'm going to come into here and I'm going to go W subdivide, add another point, pull that in. I think I got to start using G a little bit more. As soon as I say that, I stop using G. I've never modeled this guitar before, so I'm not sure how she's gonna go. But we're certainly gonna have a good time though doing it. Ah, that's weird. Why am I doing that? Let's get that out of here. Okay, where is it that I need to subdivide in there? That's what I sort of wanted, I think. I think. I'm not sure what it does in behind there. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that one for the moment. Hold my back where I was. I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm going to pull that right. I'm going to pull that across here. I figure it probably comes sort of straight across. Geez, don't panic yet. Soon panic. Scales at 0. I don't know that helped me in any way, but I'm actually going to take this one and extrude. I got both of them, didn't I? Deselect you. That's more or less what I wanted. Well, I think I got some issues here. Told you. I warned you. Well, can I not subdivide that anymore or something? I'll pull that out of there. Oh, that's why. There's one in between. Okay, so let's go a little bit lower than that. Let's take both of these and bring them back. And again, I don't quite know what's going on behind, and so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to going to do our thing, eh? Well, no, that's not what we want. We do want it coming up with a nice curve. Something like that. I may not even be worried about the back of the guitar anyhow. Let's just go on and see how she goes. What's your favorite Bruce Springsteen song? Mine's going to be something from Greetings from Ashbury Park. It might be, and I know this is going to sound crazy, it might be Blinded by the Light. You know, it sounds pretty typical, but I think I probably heard Manfred Mann's version of Blinded by the Light before I heard Springsteen, and I didn't really know Springsteen did it, and I think I didn't like it as much as the Manfred Mann version. And then, of course, eventually, when I really heard Springsteen's version, I came to love that one. And no offense, but not like the Manfred Mann one as much. But it was very cool, nonetheless. I just love the music from those days. Oh, just incredible, incredible music. The diversity, bands, Supertramp, Styx. Come on, Bachman Turner Overdrive, April Wine, Rush, The Who, Guess Who. You know, it just goes on and on. And everybody doing their own thing. And, you know, gosh, it was nothing like it is now. Oh, well. Is this what I want to be doing? Messing around with this area? Just don't want this to come out too wide. Yeah, you see, I mucked that up. Okay, I'll stop screwing around. It doesn't have to look perfect to me. It doesn't have to, you know, emulate exactly the guitar. I just want to have a good time and get a product that looks, you know, like a Telecaster, and go, hey, that looks neat, and that's it. Okay, that way I keep it fun, and I don't get too hung up about, you know, everybody who's really good at Blender and I'm not very good at it, you know, whatever. I mean, I am retired now. I taught for 25 years, and you know, but I'm, you know, got a new baby and 3 dogs, and you know, some of you guys know that I do music, or I did music when I had the time, and so I'm just doing this for fun, and it is fun. And I think that looks really cool. I just don't know if this is gonna look sharp enough. Maybe when I convert it into a mesh, I'll mess around with it. I'm not sure. I think that's good enough. Okay, here we go. A lot of points. What did I do? Now, one thing I do need to work on is changing the color of my vertex points, changing the color of the vertices. You know, when they're selected, it's not that bad, but you know, here is, you know, I know I could change the opacity of the image, and I might do that. Let's see if that's going to help in any way. I'm going to go, that's going to help in every way. Okay, all right. Now, that would be a disaster to try and clean up. So I'm not even going to. Nope. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit A to select them all. Don't really like this part here. I don't know why. Is it important to spread them out in any way? No, it's not. F to add a face, E to extrude. I'm going to come up this way. I have to change some colors, and it's looking rather psychedelic there. Is that okay? Let me calculate my normals. Come on out. Okay. Get out of there. So this is what I got so far. Now let's go right away to Madcap, and I'm going to use this one that I tend to use. It looks a little bit like wood, a wood color kind of thingamajig. And we're going to hope that that region up there is okay. I'm going to come into it. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to apply rotation and scale. and grab the top and the bottom, and I'm gonna try to bevel this and hope that it's gonna look okay. Just like that, maybe. Okay. I will get some smoothing or shading issues. I can take care of that for now. So I say. You know, what I might want to do is what I did with the other guitar. Let's save this as just Telecaster. And let's copy this and move it to the last layer, and let's mess with that one. What I was thinking of doing, let me make sure I know where the front is, was coming in, taking that face, making it a new selection, coming out. I don't really like the colors that I changed it to there. I think I got to do that to the back as well. P. Okay, and I'm going to take that and hide it, and just take this part right now. I'm not sure I really want to be doing this. Let's see what happens if I do a subdivision surface on that. You know, it's nice and smooth. If I do that and I bring these other guys back, will they mesh up nicely? Let's even smooth that. Maybe that's a better color to work with for now. I think I'm going to go with that. I do. And so I think I'm going to apply that, take this and this and this, and join them together and be done with it. And that's going to be the body. All right. So I'm going to take that stuff and move it over there. I'm going to take this one and move it back to my first layer. Okay, now let's also get rid of now the grid floor, because it's just confusing the heck out of me. And come back to this. Now that may not be the best material to use. I often go to that one. It's a bit boring, but it seems to do the job. Okay, let's go into wireframe. Okay, at this point, I may, let's get out of wireframe. Sorry to waste your time here. User preferences, 3D view, wire. Can I just reset the default theme? Okay. Right. That's not what I wanted. I want to try wireframe. Fine. That's good enough. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we got the neck. I think the next thing to work on is going to be that pick guard, and maybe I shouldn't have changed that so quickly. I'm going to be using curves again, but I think I can probably do it. So where's my 3D cursor? Right there. It doesn't really matter where that comes in. So let's just go ahead and let's give this a try again. Rotate Y in the 90. In the 90s. I don't really need too many points right this minute. Oh boy, it's hard to see though, isn't it? Yes, it is. User preferences, themes, 3D view, wire edit, red. And I don't know. Whatever. That's better for now. Okay, let's bring this one actually over to here as well. Okay, here we go. This is a bit more of a regular structure, and I wasn't certain I wanted to use curves to do this, because as you know, I'm going to have a heck of a time. Well, actually, I was going to say making a really hang on. Is that what I wanted to do? Is that going to be helpful to me? No, that's not going to be helpful to me. I don't want that. Making a really sharp cut is going to be very difficult for me. Sorry if this part is taking me so long. It's just the way it is. Actually, I think maybe between there and there, I might want one. You guys are thinking, what's with this guy and his curves? Can't he figure this out? No, I can't. I can't. Not even look partially. That looks pretty cool. Okay. I'm even thinking if I just went zoom over, I cut that with something. Pretty smart, eh? So I do it, eh? Probably will, actually. I probably will have to. Let me just make sure that that looks still good. Is that how it goes? Roughly up to there. Oh yeah, I'd probably cut right through there. Why not? What else am I gonna do? You know, I'm gonna try to actually make sharp edges and curves. You know who you're talking to. What am I doing? Okay, let's just get going here. Get a few curves out here, or a few points. And then we can keep the chatter to a minimum. How's that looking? I don't really need to mess with that part, but I just don't want it to be ugly. Too ugly, anyhow. Don't want Bruce calling me up. I do want Bruce calling me up, but not because I insulted his guitar. I had a Squier Telecaster once. I never had a Fender Telecaster. I've had Fender Strats before, and some nice Gibsons, but not Telecaster. I was never really that interested in the Telecaster, but at one point I had this Squier, which is guess like a copy or something like that, or kind of like an Ibanez, whatever. We all had Ibanez, didn't we? Didn't we? Admit it. And I don't mean good ones. I mean like the Les Paul copies. I'm sure they make some great guitars, and that was a cool guitar. Why? Because Jimmy Page had a Les Paul and Ace Frehley had a Les Paul. All these people with cool guitars. I had a Les Paul. Or two. Could not justify having it. Oh, geez, what have I done? Having a guitar like. Oh, get out of here. Hope that doesn't. I could not justify having a guitar like that today. Although, I mean, I've got the Ovation. I would spend a lot of money on an acoustic. I would not spend a lot of money on electric because I don't play electric that well or frequently. I don't play in a band. I do recording and stuff, but I had an Epiphone Les Paul, and for recording, it was fine. It wasn't as I didn't feel as cool, playing it as I did when I had a real Les Paul, but it did the job for what I needed it for. I would rather have, a nice 12-string. A good. I love the Ovation. I'd like to have a nice Martin as well. I'd rather spend it on acoustic instruments these days, personally. Let me just do this. No, watch me have a nice nice corner there, and like, why couldn't I do that before? That's not what I'm going for exactly. Why can't I see the points? This is like I'm stabbing in the dark. I seriously can't see these points. Okay, this is not. I think it's too sharp. I don't know. I just thought it was there. Let's subdivide here and see if I can. Like, what the hell? Don't do that. Peacock feathers. Is that going to be a better curve though if I work on it? Yeah. Yeah, except. Yeah. See, I don't know where it is. I mean, I see it there, but. You see, for this kind of thing, I really feel like I don't know. I feel like I would be better off cutting with a rounded rectangle, but we'll see how it might go if I just kind of cool down and just do it and not think too much about it. I mean, let's just get a sense of just doing it quick, and you actually almost get somewhere, and then you come back. And somewhere in those peacock feathers is my point. I know they're useful. I don't know if they're the normals, whatever. But is there a way to hide those things, the feathers, so I can just see my line? I don't really care, you know, which direction the wind is blowing or the normals are. You know, I don't really need that information. I don't think. I think I'm a fool for saying that. See, I just don't really like these curves either. So, oh, there is one there, is there? How about that? What am I going to do with it? I don't know. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter at a distance and it can be like that, but get it a little bit more similar on the other side, and then, you know, call it a day. I got one there, and I got one there. That's all right. It's not actually that bad. I wouldn't mind if this was a little bit more equidistant to the outline of the guitar. So I got one there, and I got one there, right? And that's the part that's going in behind that I said I was going to cheat on. I don't know if I'm making it any better. No, don't like that. Where's the next point there? Is that a bit more rounded? Does it matter? Is that okay, maybe? Maybe it is. Nah, it looks wrong. It looks wrong to me. Now it's even more wrong. Maybe it's fine. And this I'll just join up. All right, last minute tweaking. I don't want to throw the whole thing off, you know, just because of that. All right, let's go for that. Cool, making decisions here. Yeah, this is a curve, isn't it? Oh, that's not what I want. I don't want another E. I just want to join these with the face. Okay, that's going to be rounding enough from a distance. Okay, let's go in. Have to add a face, and then let's. Our front is that way, so if I turn it that way, spring it out. I don't know how far I need to go, but I'll go in. Can I get back into solid view? Yeah. small. I can always make this smaller in a bit. Let's have a look at that. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Let's do that, and then let's go into edge mode. I'm just going to take the top and bevel it like that. I'll just put one segment. It doesn't have to be super smooth. And then I might scale it in the Y. Is that what I want? And then touch down. Oh. I mean, let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to look like, or something like that anyhow. Okay, you know, before I forget, I really should just do these strap pegs. All right, so I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Let's use a circle. Actually, let's focus on the one down here. I'm not. I don't need to be zoomed in that much. I'm not saying that it's going to look exactly the same as that either, because it likely won't. Okay, so first I'm just gonna extrude out a bit so we can see stuff. Boy, those red lines. So that lightish shade there tells me that my normals need to be recalculated outside. Okay, so it's going to be somewhere in there. I see the bottom. Okay, 7 is the top. Okay, so Control 7 will flip you to the exact opposite, the bottom. Okay. We'll just have to play around with this until we get a size that we like. And I might as well sort of copy the diagram or the picture. Okay, so come in, grab that face, and I guess just extrude it out and scale it, and kind of like that. But I'll come out one more straight, and then Control B, pull back, and then roll my mouse a few times to where did my mouse go? To bevel it like that. It's not my favorite piece I've ever modeled, but it might just do the job. I kind of want it to be a bit longer though. It just doesn't seem quite right, so like just even like that. You know, just so you actually have a place for your strap to go. All right. Shift D. Take one of those over there, and you know what? Let's commit this one. Let's see if we can get that on top of there. Okay. What am I rotating in? Rotating in Y, rotating Y, the one that I can't see. I'll switch this to normal, and that makes it a little easier to. Alright, so that's going to go on there anyhow. So it's not going to match the diagram completely. think that's good enough if it's roughly centered, and I think it is. How's that looking? Fantastic, eh? I don't know. Let's commit to it. I can't be here all night and day. Alright, enough of this screwing around. Let's get back to where we were. Reset the default theme. What do I want? Which one do I want? What's that like? No. Alright, never mind. Science Lab. Science Lab it is. Save user settings, I guess. Okay. So that's it right there, right? Wireframe. Let's do some bolts. Is that what we want to do? I can't tell. Oh, there's the cross ones, and hopefully they're all the same. So we'll put one there, and you know, it was like 5 of them or whatever. So okay, just building it up, making it starting to look a little detailed. Diagram's not very good. It's going to be tough to use this. Is that the approximate size? That's good enough. Okay. Oops. There it is. Fantastic. That's what I like. Oh, I'm on normal. I don't want to be on normal. E. Extrude in the Control B to pull back. Roll my mouse a few times for segments. Check it out. It looks a little flat, but I don't care. I'm not going to delete the back sides. Couldn't be bothered. How horrible. Okay, let's bring in a cube right there. Was that too small? No, that's fine. Scale it in the X. Let's go right through. No, that's not. Scale it in the Z. Let's not go right through. Scale it in the Y and push it in a little bit. Shift D. Rotate Y 90. Join it with those ones. Might scale it in a little bit too. Okay, so I'm going to use this to punch a hole into this. Okay, so I'm going to do Boolean difference and select this as my cutting tool. Apply. H to hide it. It worked. Let's bring that back. Nothing else I've hidden before that I need, is there? No. And delete that and get it out of here. Let's make sure this is on the surface or in the surface, either one. Okay, good. Now back to wireframe. There it is. Shift D. Let's bring one over to this end. And just for fun of it, we'll rotate Y. We'll just turn it around a bit so the thread, not the thread, but the holes are slightly different positions. So it looks a little bit more randomized. And so that's too much. Come into about there. Rotate Y, I don't know where, just somewhere like that. Another one in that position. Rotate Y there. And I think just one more. I don't know if that's supposed to be at the same level or not, but we'll just go here. Rotate Y. Am I forgetting that I have to cut this? I have to cut that with the neck, right? Or just cover it. I think I'll leave that for now then. Okay, that's fine. I can leave that for now. Just have another quick look at it. I think I'm going to go ahead and join these to the pickguard. Okay, I can always pick them out later if I need one. So far so good. I want to go ahead and make this part. So today I'm going to bring in a circle again, rotate X90. Is this what I wanted to do? Is it what I wanted to do? That's the question. I believe it is. I believe it is. Oh yeah, it's definitely what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna remove all of those vertices. Is that right? Yes. And then I'm going to A to select, Shift D to copy, rotate Y 180 degrees to turn it around backwards and bring it down to here. Okay, and then I'm going to join up the end vertices. Press F, click on that one, and I can't even see that other one. Gosh, where is it? Really, is that really where it is? Okay, there, now I can see them. Select them all, hit F to make a face, and I want to just make sure that first of all that that's right. I can see it. Okay, E to extrude. I'm just going to bring it up arbitrarily a certain amount. I can always adjust that later. I usually select everything and recalculate the normals, so I don't run into any trouble. Let me just bring that back to the face. Okay, so it's going to cut through the pick guard there, and I think that's okay that it'll do that. Okay, now scaling the line. This is a thin thing. Now, how much does it cut through, and how thick is it? Because I think it's a small metal plate. It's not that thick, and neither is the pick guard. It's hard to tell if there is a hole here. There probably is for this to fit there. It's not going to be laying on top of this, but it doesn't seem like it's necessary to do. Well, maybe once I bevel this, it won't look as tall. If that makes any sense at all. I'm just going to take the top, pull back, roll my mouse a couple of times, and do that. Okay, so do I have a problem on this side? No, it's just that you're underneath. Well, hang on a second. This is why I was missing. You gotta be careful of that. And you just, whatever, let's try this again. No, we're getting some weird stuff going on. Oh. Why is that? What has happened here? Oh, something has gone amiss or awry or whatever. How did that happen? Here, let me take this and move this into sickbay. What in God's... Sorry, I shouldn't say it that way, I guess, but let me just see what happens if I delete it and see what it's doing there. I don't know what that was all about. I really don't. Let's move it back. My feeling is that it just barely nudges above. still seems too thick. So maybe I don't think I'm going to worry about it though, actually. Because I don't want to make the pick guard a lot thinner than that. Let's go wide. That's the best it's going to be. Okay, now at this point, I gotta do something. Yeah. Oh, I always forget how to turn this. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I can't really tell. I'm gonna make a different screw, and I'm gonna use the square. I don't know what that one is. And I'll make it slightly bigger. So I'm going to select this actually finally and go cursor selected. Shift A, another circle. Yay for circles. Circle, circle, circle. Right. I'm going to bring this up to around there. And out. Let's put a different number of segments on it so it looks slightly different. I'm not saying that's its final resting spot there. It might go down a little bit. Shift S, cursor selected, and now I'm going to bring in a cube again. This time I think I'm just going to do that one. Just like that. I'm not going to smooth these right now. Let's take that back and get rid of that cube. Okay, so that is definitely touching, right? Okay, so let's go back and look at where these babies need to go. So I just don't know if these are the same. You know, it's kind of like, why would they be? One maybe holds it through the pick guard, and one right at the edge. Boy. Okay, well, let's just do it though. Shift E and go for this and put another one there. I think I'm gonna rotate Y a tiny bit. I don't want it to look too much like a diamond, but it doesn't matter. Bring that one down here, rotate Y, just something like that. Let's see how it's looking. Does that look right to you? Why would there not be another screw down there? What am I missing? Oh, there is. Of course there is. I wasn't done. You're not done. Okay, it's got to be careful of that end, so I may have to move some of these dials a little bit. We're going for it right now. We're not fooling around here. There's a Telecaster so far. How's it looking? Not like much yet, but give it time, I hope. How are we doing recording? Look at that. Going on an hour. And this is where I'm at. What did I just do? What's this shade flat stuff? Now, I need to look at more image. Oh yeah, okay, there's just the knobs with all that pattern. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But they're quite low down, but they must have a little pole connecting. And I'm sure there's a hole underneath for wiring and stuff, or a screw, but I don't have to draw that. So I'm just going to make this relatively straightforward with, you guessed it, a circle. Rex 90. Let's go for this baby right here. Nice knobs. All right, let's get this going with these cool knobs. Volume controls. Let's go up like that. And then let's a little moment of, okay, so we have to do some kind of beveling here. So let's get back to solid mode. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go a little higher. I think all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to inset a little bit, not much either, and E to extrude and just bring it down a tiny bit, you know, like that. Okay. Now, obviously, this is not exactly what I want, so let's get rid of the guitar, hide the guitar, hide all this stuff for a minute. Come into the back. Boom. Inset. Scale Shift Y. What a stretch. And then E to extrude in the Y direction. Pull that down like the little pole we were talking about. The other thing we should do is just ever so slightly bevel these edges. Control B, pull back. Put one segment in if you can. For the slightest roundness, I can smooth this in a bit. I don't care about that right now. I just want to see what it's like. Okay, so it's too high up. So you have one there. And just out of curiosity, before I do any more work on them, if I do, there'd be another one there. So let's see what that would look like on the guitar. All right. Now, is that too sharp? No, whatever. It's fine. It look good. Well, I mean, I haven't smoothed it. That's why. What are we gonna do about this stuff? Okay, I got an extra one there. That's good because I'm about to experiment. Oops. I mean, what if I did a whole bunch of those and I went into face mode and I did this and this? And it's just going to be so many polys. That's the problem. All in, let's say, and I went I. Scale them a tiny bit and then extrude individual, pull down a little bit so they come out, not too much. And do I bevel them or not bevel them? I think you have to bevel everything. So I'm going to go Control B, pull back a little bit. Yeah, slowly. You hold Shift with that. I don't seem to have any fine control over this. So I'm going to try. I can repeat this. I'm going to try with no bevel. Okay, I didn't bevel that at all. Now, if smoothing was on, don't forget, what if I put an edge split on there? And what was the benefit of smoothing, right? I gotta tell you, I like it. I do. You know, it's not exactly whatever. No, 65,000, 59,000, 120,000. It's a lot, but I'm doing it. So I'm getting rid of this one, and I'm taking this one, and we'll go with it. Shift T. I just double like my poly count there. Oh, don't go over that. Oh, those are my volume controls, or volume and tone, or whatever. All right. Now, I think they might be a little bit high. I think they need to be close to, very close to the body. Okay, cool. Oh, in God's name, am I gonna do the next part? This thing always freaks me out. I need to obviously look at other pictures. Let's first of all look at this. Yeah, there it is. So I first of all want a rounded rectangle space, and then I'm going to design. It looks like a little like a top hat almost. I mean, I've never made one of those, and I can't fully see it. Looks a little bit like an ellipse in a rounded rectangle or something. Okay, so but that one, and yeah, okay. Just trying to think of if I have anything that I can already use. Or that's bringing a bloody circle, buddy. Another circle? Are you kidding me? Are there any squares in this? No, there are no squares. It's all circles. But you just said it was a rounded rectangle. Well, true. Why are you listening to me? X vertices. Okay. Shift D. Rotate Y 180. I think that's where it goes to, and I hope it's not too wide. Okay. Now close your eyes and see if you can actually hit those vertices. Okay, so I think I'm just going to be using this to cut. Oh wait, what is it? Control N. All right, well, come on. Control N. You do that all the time, so might as well just learn at least that shortcut. All right, so yeah, is that I feel like it's too wide. Could it be? Let's go back to. Okay, if you compare it to this screw, it's like a third of the width of the screw. Oh man. Let's try scaling it in the X. It's okay if it's a bit of a weird shape. I think it's okay. Alright, let's get out of the wireframe there. Okay, let's dig this down. Okay, now let's make it bigger. Scale in the Y. Just like that. Let's push it in. Okay. It's not going to go into the whole body. Boolean difference on this guy. H. Alright. That's what it's going to be. Okay, that's what it's going to be. That's fine. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Okay, Alt H, bring it back. Get rid of it. Now, do I need to look at other pictures? Why am I on the internet? Oh yeah, I was. No, not enough memory. Wow. How about that? Jeez, this is like a bunch of circles, you know, on this one. Bunch of circles, small circle, bigger circle. I don't know exactly how many. Okay, I admit that. Is that the one I just looked at? Oh, jeez. What about this one? Yeah, that one's different, and maybe they are different on different models. What about Bruce's? Top hat. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm not doing that pickup. I don't think I'm doing the pickups like those. I'm going to try to do, I'm just going to do something, okay? I'm just going to do something. What am I going to do? I'm just going to do something, he says. Okay, well, the way to do this, first of all, is to go in here and select that face, Shift S, cursor selected. Come on out. Okay, okay, I'm gonna make a plane, rotate X90. Not sure I really want to be doing it this way. Maybe I do and maybe I don't. Before I do that, scale in the Z. I don't know. Control N. Oh, Control N is that, make normals consistent, but that's not really what I want to do. Anyhow, it's this. What was I thinking? I was thinking I was gonna round these out like quite a bit, and then maybe both. No, not both, because I'm gonna continue with that bottom. I think this like that, and then what was my brilliant thought? Jeez, what was it? I was gonna pull it down a bit, hit E, scale shift Y, sort of come out, E, come down. Oh, I don't know if this is, yeah, I like it though. And then round it. Control B, round the bottom, just a little bit, like that. Okay, but I'm missing a bevel here on this level. Control B. Okay, that as well. And obviously that could be smoothed. Smoothie is going to be an issue for later, anyhow. And and a stick coming off of that. It doesn't have to be made of this. Oops, made right from this, but why not? Scale in the X, and I can adjust that E. That might be too wide, anyhow. Just a bit too wide. Not that much though. That's the idea. So I'll go ahead and make that thinner. Okay. Scale in the X. That might be too thin. Maybe not. Hopefully it's okay. What do you think? Looks a little bit unwieldy on that small thin thing, but that's all right. Let's take it out for a minute and go to the very bottom of it. And can I do cursor to selected? And then if I move this, nah. Okay, oops, screw it, I'll just do it by eye and by hand. I'm just thinking about rotating it, and I wanted to do that, but I'm gonna rotate it in the X. I'm just gonna do it like this, and I'm just gonna move it. Does that look right? Does it have to be right down, slammed in the lower position? I don't think so. Or is it too much? I can always readjust that anyhow. You know what? No, I don't want it like that. Oops. I think I might just want it straight in. You know, as constructed for now. I'm gonna screw around by adjusting the angles later on, then be my guest. But for now, it's just as built. Okay. Maybe should I join it or not join it? I'm joining it. I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see how it goes after that. Okay. Coming along. One little pickup. A bridge in the headstock. Oh boy. Alright, let's take a break. Okay, I just switched over to this, took a break, switch over to this picture to look at the, I don't know, the bridge plate or whatever you call that piece. It looks like I can do this with a plane and bring it up and bevel and stuff like that, or so we think. Simple little thing, but I see this is all in the up position. I might do that soon for that. Let's come back to this, and yeah, let's go cursor to center and bring it a plane. Rotate X90. Hey, it's not a circle. How about that? Not a circle, not a number. Not exactly centered either. So I'm sure it fits pretty much in there. What am I doing? That's pretty good. So the question is, whereabouts does that? What's right at the end is where the simple guy like me wonders how we're actually going to do this. Oh boy. Let's bring it out here. Well, you know, probably the simplest way for me to do this is to get the heck out of there. Is to just put this in here. Shift A, cursor to selected, choose this, and rotate X90. No, yeah. Rotate X90 minus, and then bring it up, and then, no, it doesn't come up very high. Oh, that's going to be the other thing. I'm not going to know how high. I am not going to know how high. I might be able to get a sense. Not very. How about that? Maybe about that high? No, not that. Not that at all. Oh, and by the way, well, thank you for reminding me to go back to that. That. Okay. Okay, so now, should I have curved it beforehand? Oh, jeez Louise. I think what I need to do, I'm tired of wireframe. Control N, how about that? Okay. Do I need to curve this? Like, can I even? Control B. You know, do I need to do a bit of that kind of stuff? And did that take properly? Without a rotation scale. Yeah, it did actually. Do I need that? Maybe. Maybe. Do I want to like try maybe solidify? I'm not sure what I need to do here. How about that? If I do that, how thick does this have to be? Maybe a tiny bit thicker. If I do that and apply it, and then try to bevel those edges, I think I might be able to do it. Let's give it a try anyhow. Let's apply rotation and scale and just see. Let's see if I can get that edge and this edge and round them off. Control B. Oh yes, I can. Oh, hallelujah. Just like that. Mad skills. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not at all. Not at all. Not even funny, buddy. Control B. I'm not even looking at how much I should be rounding these. You know, I'm just doing it. I don't think it's critical. I hope it's not critical. Let's see. Anywhere near. Oh geez, do these edges have to come up a little bit? No one said anything about that. Not necessarily. I don't think they do. It almost looks like a bit of a lip here, but I think it's kind of like I don't really see it there. Maybe it should have been a bit thicker. But I think it serves its purpose. I think it's okay. So yeah, let's go with that for now anyhow. And although it is frustrating looking down at this, let's we're gonna have some screws there. Let's do this pickup. So let's cursor's right there, right? Let me guess what we're bringing in a circle. Rotate X 90. Is this going to be a bit weird? Can I do it that way and then this tilted? Is it going to be the right? I think that's almost the right size anyhow. We'll give it a try and see how it works. If at first you don't succeed, you're doing something wrong. Rotate Y 180. No, I didn't copy it, did I? Shift D. Rotate Y 90 degrees. No, not 90. Rotate Y 180 degrees. think it's pretty tight, so I'm going to bring it pretty far. Jeez, I feel like it's not straight. I thought maybe something was off kilter, but it seems... what am I doing? Face thing, then extrude. Don't worry about the height a bit. Selected all, Control N. I'm learning. Get out of wireframe mode already. Bring it down. I just want to try rotating it around the Y. I think rotate Y. So it'll be like that, right? So what if I scaled it in the X a little bit and then rotate in the Y? What if I scaled it in the X even a little bit more and then rotate it in the Y? So that's close enough, right? So let's not do that yet. Instead, let's put origin geometry. Let's have a look at this. This is it's going to be like that. It's not huge. Let's try to bevel this edge. Not too much. It's relatively flat. You're going to have a bit of a curve on everything, pretty much. Okay, let's go cursor to selected. Let's bring in another circle. Rotate X 90, not 89. Did I do that right? We'll make them that big. Edit mode, AF, E to extrude. Now these are relatively flat, so I'm just going to do it like that. So there's just a hint of a curve. Scale in the Y. We're going to do that. Now, I mean, I suppose I could tilt this and then I could find the space. I think I'm going to put rotate it from there. Shift S, cursor selected. Rotate Y. What am I doing? Oh, rotate Y like that, and then I'll just take these and try to position them. Is that the wrong way to do it? Should I have done it while I was straight and used like an array or something? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. Let's do that. Let's just try. And there's 6 of them, right? 6 strings. And then we'll just mess around with. Well, that might be good right there. I think that's good right there. Apply. Join. What have I done? Rotate in the Y. Can I still do it? It's pretty close. Come on. Sink it down like that. All right, that's what we got. Wireframe again. Okay, let's get some bolts in there. Just use these. Oh, they're already selected a bit. Select a bit of it. Control L to get the linked. Shift P to make a copy. P to make it its own selection. Come out and take her away. I now have a bolt. Get away from there. Rotate the Y. I may have to take some liberty so I don't hit the pickup. Rotate the Y. Better make sure these are at the right height. Right around there. Rotate the Y. Is that all right? This stuff. It's different than that one. Oh, am I missing bolts in there? Yeah, they don't always have them, eh? I mean, there's bolts here. These things maybe are supposed to go down further. Marginally better. I suppose it does. Yeah, I need another picture. Alright, let's see what we got. Is that the one I just looked at? Is that the one I'm looking at? With with the 3 bolts? Yeah, I did. Oh, geez, it is coming up on the sides, isn't it? See it there. That could change everything. Does it have to? Does it have to? Let's look at some others. Let's look at this one. Maybe I was just looking at that one. Comes up too, doesn't it? Of course it does. Of course it does. Oh geez, I just feel like I just wasted a bunch of your time. You know? But that one doesn't. That one doesn't. Although I don't know that I rounded that corner. I don't think it needed to. I don't think I could anyways if I tried at this point. Yeah, no, I don't need to do that. Still feel like the pickup's too high. No, that doesn't need to. So what am I seeing though in my picture, in my reference? So I'm seeing the 3. So it's not this type of style of bridge. It's really, let's see what that one looks like. It's really that style of bridge. Could I do that, but without the rounded thing? You know what I'll do is I'll build this stuff, and in the end I'll decide if I really need the raised part. I'll do it. So what I'm looking at is 3 cylinders with 2 screws in them, and a screw going through there, and that's where the string goes with holes. So I think I'll do this part first. Okay, so 3 cylinders there. Okay. Rotate Y90. Scale. Scale the X. It's a little hard to see, you know. I'm gonna have to go sort of by my instinct. I kind of want to make these, you know, like this long, and have, say, 3 of them. 2, 3, you know, something like that. Okay, a little bit of space on each side and almost touching. Yeah, kind of like that, really. You know, maybe you can always adjust that. Maybe even a little bit longer. And just for the heck of it, if I put an array on this way, which way am I going? The X. Why is that happening? Fine. 0, 0. Something like that. I'm gonna turn that off for now. I might use that. Alright, so so let me get a sense of then what's going on again. So little bolts, the screw going through, and the string. Oh, two strings on either side of the bolts. So there's got to be a little bit of height. Okay. Well, let's just do this. Shift this. Cursor selected. Shift A. Bring the circle, rotate X90, scale it down. Yeah, nice little tiny bolts. I know it's a lot of polys, but I don't really care. Control N. Hide that so I can see if I can get into the back of this. Let's move it way out. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so it's a bolt saw. Scale, Shift Y. I don't know. You know, let's do that for now. Bring everything back. Now, is that too big, or is that the right size? Well, maybe we can see in wireframe. I'm not going to be able to see it all. I don't think I'm going to put any details on that. I think I'm just going to do it. Just like that. can I, if I go ahead and join these, just so I could, just see this for a moment. It could be like that. And then there needs to be this. Now, it looks like it's threaded big here and thinner there, but I'm not going to do something like that. And there is some detail on those bolts. You never know, I might do that. But I think what I'll do for the moment is I'll work on something like this. Okay, so I got my 3D cursor there, so all right, I'll use this cylinder this time. Let's do it like that. I'm not saying that's the final thickness. Is it centered? Yeah, okay. It is pretty thick. Let's actually punch it through. How far does it stick on the other side? It sticks a pretty decent distance through. And it comes through that end. I just feel like it's too big. To see what it would be like if I got 3 of them here. I don't know if they stick out the right distance. It's like the width of the cylinder. And these can be slightly different. Well, I'm going to be copying them anyhow, I figure. Now, as far as details go, is it worth, going nuts? This is not going to be exactly the... I mean, what if I did this? No, that's not what I want to be doing. Is it? No. What if I did this one? See, what am I doing? All right. This is not going to be the same. Or have to do it this way. E, scale, Shift Z. Doesn't exactly look like a screw though, does it? You're saying no, it doesn't. Looks pretty crazy. Looks anything but like a screw. All right. All right. It's okay. Let's not do that then. Let's not do that. I mean, I could use an array on this, and I could go. What could I do? try going in. Scale Shift Z. Let's just try going in. And then what I would do is I'm just testing. And then what I would do is in wireframe and vertex mode and straight on, I would go and get rid of, first of all, get rid of that much. Second of all, get rid of that much. Let's see what I got. And then I probably could have gone scale Z. This is just an idea, but I mean, I'm realizing I'm going to have some other issues with this. This is probably not going to look good either. What's this one, eh? What am I doing? I don't know. Are you buying this? Camera. Geez, a lot of polys. And yet, it might be an important thing. And then I'll just put a head on it. And cap it once I do it. So I just gotta make a decision. You know, the cap is pretty close to the edge. And that sticks out. I could do it right there. I could just go apply. See? Just like that. I'll come back in. I hope I will never have to do this again. It's gonna hit F there. And here, I'll do the same thing. Whoops. Hit F, and I just want to make an N, right? So I'll go E, scale Shift Z, E, and I'm just gonna come out like that. And then I'll just do that. I might need a bevel on that, but that might not be a very big cap, but you know, so sorry, polycat. 2, 3, like that. I mean, you know, is it detail that's going to be seen? Yeah. You know, it's not a screw, it's not threaded the way, you know, Blender Guru would do it, but this is my way of doing it. It seems all right. So, I don't think I'm gonna put a side on this. I kind of like it open. I don't know if that's crazy, but that means, do I need to make a hole? Well, I need to make these holes. I don't think I'm going to make holes in the metal plate either. You know, if the screw's tight, you're just not going to see the hole. So it's, you know, I just don't think it's worth it. And so what I'll do is, you know, these things again, you know, can all be smoothed. What do I need to apply here? Just the array. Oh, okay. I have to decide. Is this what I like? Oh, I mean, and if I do smooth like that, oh, it's going to be just on this one. Here, I'll just see. Oh, can I put one in? Well, maybe now that if I just do that, I'm wasting polys again. On the other hand, it should Should those be beveled? Maybe I don't need to. Look, I'm applying it. I'm taking it. That's good. It's fine. I can always move them if I need to. In fact, I am going to do that. I'm going to randomize them a little bit. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to take this and this and this, and I'm going to move this back a little bit. I'm going to take this one and this and this. Oh, forget everything there. And move this one a little bit forward. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now we need holes. What am I doing? Wireframe. Okay. Circle. Where's my cursor? Right there, right? Okay, that's fine. Shift A. Actually, what I want is a cylinder. Rotate X 90 because I want to punch through, so I need a little bit of length. I could have used a circle. I don't mind if mine is a little exaggerated. Okay, so let's have a look at this. That's it there, right? And it does go through. Okay, so I want it to go right through that thing. Okay. Wireframe. So there's another hole. Another hole. Let's not forget the screws that have to go on there. Join all those. Let's go in and make sure all the polys are facing the right way. And let's think about this for a second. I'm about to cut. Right? Yes, let's do it. Okay, let's try to do our Boolean difference. Hide. Okay, it works. Now we've got the body right there, so it doesn't look like it goes too far, whereas the strings would go right through the body. Let's try something. Alt H, let's bring those back for a second. Let's see what happens if we do Boolean on the body itself. If it can go a little deeper, or if we have a problem. Did it apply? Yeah, okay, hang on. We may be having a problem. What happened? Okay, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm not doing that. That's going to be it. Sorry, that's going to be it. Now, what did I say is missing? Bolts, right? Let me have a look at the size. Same kind of thing, maybe cut through, maybe I'll do a different bolt. You know, just one more style. I got these styles here. Not even really crazy about those ones. Let's do another style of bolt. This one is going to be, well, let's just we're going to bring in our cube, make our cut. the Z, scaling the Y, and then scaling the X. We'll go all the way through. We'll come down to there. Oops, let's hide the correct part. And there it is. Let's scale this in the Y a little bit too. Okay, let's see what happens if I just bring it down to the surface if I can. All right, there we go. Is that right? Let's see if I can get these into position. Wireframe. Rotate the Y. Rotating the Y. Is there another one over here? Rotating the Y. Is that it? Just the 3 there? That doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, of course there's 4. Rotating the Y. Let's just make sure that those wouldn't. Yeah, see, that's the problem there. They bump those things. I have a feeling that all of this stuff could come up a little bit like that. That may not solve all the problems, in which case I am actually going to take these and flatten these. Scale them in the Y. Make some flat bullets. Does that work though? That's the question. I think there's clearance now. Yeah, there's clearance now. In fact, I'm not even sure I really like the height of these. I don't think it really matters though. Yeah, actually, that's fine. That's where the strings would go. Jeez, how are we doing? What are we missing? Well, I'll tell you what we're missing. We're missing this. No, we're not missing that. What are we missing? What are we missing? What? No. Gosh, no. No. Is there anything? I'm gonna make you sick by strolling around too much. All right. Looks so flat there. Looks pretty nice. I think I get away with the thread there. I think I blew a lot of polys on that, but look, I'm under. I don't know. I'm doing all right, I guess. It's certainly coming along. I won't stay with that. But, I mean, that's it for the body, you know, and then we move into the neck. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it at that for the moment. All right, I'll render out this video and I'll post this video. Let's not forget the input. All right, and we'll come back and we'll work on the neck. The neck will probably be all right. It's the head, you know, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so thanks for watching.